Hello Gamer Nation, SKS here with an important announcement you all been waiting for. It's time to unleash it. Yes, it is the second annual SKS Plays 2014 December Blockparty. Woo woo. If you're new to the channel, well, you don't know what we're talking about yet, but you will. This is the time of the year where SKS gives back to the players. Gives back to Gamer Nation and gives back to everybody who watches and deals with me, and I give back by letting you destroy my life by picking games that are old school. And what makes this different than any other thing is that it's a retro live stream. That means that I'll be doing everything on the spot, live streaming. We'll talk about which medium I will be using later, but pretty much what it is the difference between this and the Game Blitz here in the summer is Game Blitz, I record them on my own time. I upload them, edit them, things like that. With the December Blockparty, it is all live. Last year was a very interesting issue, as when I made out the schedule for the live stream, which went over 3 days, someone forgot to put bathroom breaks and dinner breaks and sleeping breaks on the schedule. Now, I will not speak of who would do such a thing. His initials may be SKS, but yes, it was a interesting time in one's life where you forget to do that. So, needless to say, this year we'll have a lot more planning on it. But like I said before, this is the December Blockparty. It is a retro live stream. Now, why do we call it retro? Well, we do old school. No computer games. This is strictly a console. This is kind of a throwout. If you're PC Master Race, this doesn't mean that I hate you. It just means that we're going to step back a little bit and, you know, go to the future. So how does this work? Well, games will be chosen, and each game will have a 2-hour max. Everybody always talks about how they're going to throw 2 hours of Battletoads on that. This is so that, you know, 28 hours of Battletoads is not donated, and we're freaking stuck playing Battletoads on the same area. Now, one thing I will throw out there is to progress in the games, I will attempt them normal, as they're meant to be played, but in some of them, especially last year, we did save states, if that was possible, on the emulators, and that helped us go farther, you know, within the video game. Now, so basic rules, 2-hour max for each game chosen. High bidders will get to choose the games, and others who are not the high bidders are capable of donating time to said game. So if somebody donates for an hour and they pick Pokemon, which we played last year and found out was a disaster, then somebody else could donate time to fill in that next hour gap so that 2 hours of the game are played. Now, as we said before, remember, we're going to be talking about suggested donations. Everybody's free to message me about this, because remember, the December Blockparty is just giving back to you. The reason why I said I live stream it is so that we can interact, and we're going to have that discussion here in a minute as well on which will be the best way to interact. Because last year, like I said, there was a lot going on last year, and I'll talk about that here in a minute. But looking down there, remember, more funding equals more live stream. So the more that we get, the longer. Last year we had 31 hours donated. I think I did an 8-hour, no. One night I went 12 hours, I know. I went from like, maybe even 14. I think I tried to do half of it in one day. I went from like 2 o'clock in the afternoon to 4:30 in the morning and started falling asleep. And then I went and slept for 4 hours. 4 or 5 hours, and I woke up and started at like 10 a.m. or maybe even before that, and went from 10 a.m. till 2 o'clock that night. And then I said, you know, I was supposed to go for longer, and I was like, I can't do it. And I just, people were begging me to go like sleep, and I went and slept a whole night and got up and did the last few hours, you know. But the goal this year is to hit 50 hours. I think that's possible. I think we could pace it out more. Christmas break lands a little differently this year, so we'll have 2 weekends to go for that. So it works out nicely. and we'll talk about tentative dates. 20 hours of punishment. Yes, I'm asking to get kicked in the face, pretty much is what that means. But we're hoping that good things happen from it. You know, I put some stipulations can occur because, well, we might have to move things around. And the joys of this is where I'll set up the schedule early. For those people who donate, let's use, I'll throw Captain Pete out there. Let's say Captain Pete works on a Friday night, which is one of the days. If he donates a game, he could tell me, hey, I got to work that night, schedule it during this time, and I'll try to work his game in so that he can be online to watch it live and be the person giving the feedback. That's more along the lines of how I try to do that, so that you all have a lot. Now, things that are going to change from last year. Last year we ran NES, SNES, Game Boy, Sega Game Gear, Sega Genesis, and Sega Master System. This year it seems like with better computer and better emulators, we should be able to increase this. Now I'm going to list what else we're going to add this year, where there's one stipulation, and I use the word stipulation a lot. I'm worried about it, and you all will understand once you see it. This year we're going to add the N64, we're going to add Sega Saturn, we're going to add Game Boy Advance, which is really no different than Game Boy. I thought about adding another level of Game Boy, but I don't know how the dual screen technology would work. We'll have to think about that. If any of you have some insight, message me or leave it in the comments below. We're going to do the MAME, which is an arcade. So if there's an arcade game out there. Now be warned on the arcade games. Remember, if it's a game like the Aerosmith game from forever ago, which was a shooter game, or Terminator, those may not function as well as you would think because, you know, it's a shooter game. So the mouse usually doesn't work the same. You usually have to use the arrows and such. But maybe that's been updated. And then PlayStation 1. The N64 has the stars by it because the controls a little bit different than other systems. The Z button on the back, we'll just have to play it by ear to see if we can do that. I don't have an N64 USB controller, so that would make that a little difficult. But N64 had some amazing games. All these systems had amazing games. I owned a Sega Saturn. I loved it. I mean, I've owned every one of these systems that's listed, but well, not the Sega Master System, I lied, but my cousin had one, so I played it a lot. But the Sega Saturn, I tore that up. Jurassic Park game on that was amazing. But, you know, so like I said, that's a big difference from last year. This year we're going to have all these systems, so we're up to 11. So let's hear it for technology. I'm super excited about that. I think great things will happen. It will just turn down for what? No, I don't know why that happened. But anyway, more systems, more choice in your hands. Amazing. So let's talk about the suggestions. Hello, Train. Suggested donations, because I say this is the time of year, it's the holidays, everybody's buying. I know that money is thin. I'm not trying to money gouge or price gouge, so that's why these are suggested. Message me, talk to me about things. Usually toward the end of the, you know, it just depends, case by case scenario. But usually the way that it's worked in the past, which this is only the second year, but what we kind of come up with last year is I throw everything out there and people said was fair, was what we have here. Because like I said, this is a big thank you to all of you. This is me giving back, playing what you want to see, and, you know, doing your stipulations. I mean, last year I remember playing a Transformers game, which was utter shit, but everybody had an amazing time watching me suffer playing the game. So it was just, you know, it was one of those things. I think Micro Machines was a game. Sadly, last year there was not a lot of proof because I recorded on Twitch, and it's supposed to save it for 14 days, and I was able to put up the first day's streaming. But what happened was my grandmother got sick and died, and when I finally got back into town, you know, and recovered from all that, when I got back on, it hadn't been the 14 days, but Twitch had deleted the other 2 or 3 days, the other 2 days of videos that I put on there, so I was unable to upload that. And, you know, it's one of those things we really couldn't stop from happening on either aspect of the story that I'm telling. And I'm not telling you this for sympathy, I'm just telling you what happened because I always want to give you all the entertainment. That's what I set this channel up for, is It's for entertainment. It's, you know, we understand there's real life. This is for fun and humor, and, you know, so everybody can have a great time. But you know, like I said, hopefully this year we'll have to make the decision if we're going to do Twitch or Hitbox. I've tried to message some people to see if Hitbox was working on uploading to YouTube, so we'll have that, because there's a lot of people that'll miss the live stream. They won't be able to make it to all that, so I want to make that available for all of them. I do believe there's a way on OBS that you can record while you're streaming. I've never done that before, but maybe I need to, so I'll have a backup. But anyway, back to this. Suggested, you know, if you want to just donate time, it's $10 for a 30-minute section. Like I said, most people last year decided on that being fair. We had a vote and all this, and a forum open and all this great stuff, and people just started. We had actually a lower bracket last year. It was like $5 for 15 minutes. But most people were like, that's a waste of time. Get rid of it. Let's just do 30 minutes because, you know, if somebody does 15 here and 30 here, there might not be 15 minutes left the snub in there. So we're just going to do 30-minute, 1 hour, 2 hour. So, and you can see there, if you donate $25 or $50, you are allowed to pick games that will go on the list. So let's say that you donate $25 and you pick a game. And let's say on the list there's already other game. Let's just throw out there Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Let's say that you donate your hour and you pick a game. So Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is already on the board, and you want to add Mega Man 3. You don't have to put your hour toward your game. You can actually split it in half and say, I want 30 minutes on this, and I want to add 30 minutes to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Or you could say, I want to put an hour on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and just add my game. And the same goes for the $50. You get to pick 2 more games, add them to the list so that they're listed. The way it worked last year is if nobody added time to a game, which most people who picked a game, they're going to add time to it because they want to see it. But I think there was one game last year that somebody added toward the end, and nobody else threw it on there. I played it for 15 minutes for shits and giggles, and we went on. But you are in control of putting the time wherever you want it, and that's totally up to you all to, you know, do that at your convenience, whatever you want to see. Because like I said, I think this year there's going to be a wide assortment of games, and it's just going to be crazy. So, you know, yeah, there's the suggested donations. Don't think too much into it. Message me, email me, message me on Steam, message me on Twitter. I mean, you search SKS Plays, you're going to find me. We could talk about it. All right, so how do you do this? Steps. First, you go to my YouTube page. You click on Donate. It's up in the top right. It's on the SKS front page there. Then you need to email me at sksplays@outlook.com. Once you do that, you need to tell me the name that you donated under, because on PayPal, and PayPal will have a different email than the SKS Plays that I have. We've all done that where you set up an account a long time ago. I still use the same PayPal. If you're worried that it's not the right one, email me and I'll tell you so you know that it's the right place. I may actually go find the video from last year and tear out that clip and show you how quick and easy it is. But most of you had used PayPal before. You know how it works. This is 2014. So, yeah. But anyway, you tell me the name that you donated under. That means you have to give me your real name, because most of you have your PayPal set up in that. Don't worry, I'm not going to throw it out there. You can tell me, hey, I want this to be private, all this stuff. You are going to see my real name if you donate, so that's kind of a thing. You know, if you don't know what my real name is, you can see that when you donate. And once you tell me that and matches up, then you just put on the email, request your time for the games or games, you know, whatever, and how much. And know that, you know, deep down inside, once you've done this, and I'll always send an email, and the reason why I do it this way is so I have a paper trail. There was somebody who tried to donate last year, and they were like, oh, I donated, you know, $200. I think it was a high amount like that. And I was like, I didn't get anything. And they're like, yes, you did. And I was like, seriously, no. And at first, they really thought that I was just pulling their chain and I took the money and didn't. Well, what happens is there was a slight disconnect from their bank to PayPal. Their bank took the money out, and stated it give it, so they had to call PayPal, and PayPal was like, oh, our bad, we forgot to send it. So that's why it's important. So I can look at your email and be like, okay, so-and-so's donated, it matches up here, because the last thing I want to happen is you all to get screwed over. You all are too awesome to me for that. And, you know, like I said, I have a logbook of everybody who's ever given to me, donated, and supported me. And, you know, someday when I become amazing at editing and stuff, I'm going to do some kind of video to just thank you all for that and throw all these names out there. But like I said, I have really good records because I actually care about this, and it means a lot to me. But yes, the games you pick will destroy my soul. And like I said, will 2 hours of Battletoads be on there? I'm sure people are going to joke about it, but I'm sure they could find far worse games to pick and throw on there. Because Battletoads is Battletoads. We know that I'll probably get to the level where you jump over the walls and stuff, and I might be there for 45 minutes, and we may never do that. I think it was on last year. I don't remember. But yeah, it was fun. Many times I almost broke into tears. And, you know, it was just a crazy, crazy time. So anyway, so review, you go to my YouTube page, you click on donate, you email me, tell me what you did, tell me your name, request your time, all that stuff out. I'll keep it organized. I will set up a Google Docs maybe, or something where you can go in and see the actual, I forgot what I set it up on last year, but I had it posted publicly. I think it was actually on a website, but I'll probably have to do a link through Twitter or something like that so that you all can see that. But I don't know. I know Grimace use Google Docs or stuff like that, and I think you can set it up to where it's not, where you all won't be able to go in there and just edit it. So we'll fix that, but we'll think about it. All right, one of the big decisions I want you all to really make is this year is, where do we want to broadcast this? Do you want to see me on Twitch, or do you want to see me on Hitbox? The good thing about Twitch is we know that it will upload to YouTube, so we'll have documents of it. The bad thing with Twitch is it still has that massive delay. So on games where you may want to talk to me real quick, it might have between 25 and 40 second delay. I don't think they've fixed that. I don't think they'll ever fix that. Vice versa with Hitboxes, you have almost live interaction. You know, within 5 seconds, you know, I can see what you've typed and we can go back and forth. You know, but Hitbox has the option. But like I said, some of you may have experienced this or used it. I've not had success in uploading from Hitbox to YouTube. So maybe I have something put together incorrectly. So I don't know. But yeah, post it in the comments. Let me know. We need to, you know, figure this out, obviously, before we do it, because, you know, I want everybody to be happy. And some of you may be able to connect to Twitch better than you do Hitbox, or Hitbox, you know, vice versa. So let me know. All right, moving on. The donation period is going to run from today, which is the 3rd, through December 17th. I think that's a Wednesday. I want to say it's a Wednesday. I'm going to look at my phone here, and it's going to tell me that that is a Wednesday. So that way that on the 18th, that Thursday, I can have the fully updated schedule there so everybody can figure out when they want to watch and what they're going to watch. Now, the tentative dates for the actual live stream itself will be the night of the 19th. The night of the 20th is iffy. I have to go out of town that morning. I don't know how late I'll get back. If I'm going to be approaching back the, 11 o'clock at night, I'm probably not going to live stream. Maybe. But if not, then that next day, that Sunday, I'll be able to go all day and into the night. And on the 22nd, that Monday, I'll be able to do the same thing. If we get a massive amount of hours, the 23rd could maybe be an option. It just depends. It's my brother and his wife's birthday. I may be out of town. But then again, if they do something, say, on a different night, we can shift all this into the week. And then backup days are that next weekend, the 27th, or, leading up till New Year's. So we got plenty of time. I'm not worried about that. I think it will be great. So let me know. Comment. Tell me what you need to know. Tell me what you need. What do we need to do to make this awesome and successful? Usually I have the video up early, but like I said, guys, I apologize so much. The end of 2013 and 2014 have been the most stressful years of my life. Getting settled. I lost my grandma at the end of last year. My mom has been sick all this year. She almost lost her foot with a blood clot. She actually almost lost her leg. It's just been hectic. I have been on the road more this year driving back and forth than I have in my whole life. It's just been, you know, like I said, the end of last year and this year have just been, I bet you I've aged 10 years. You know, and on LiveStream, you know, I got the webcam now, so I could throw my picture up there in the corner and y'all can watch me cry while I'm playing. But anyway, it's been rough. But, you know, like I said, this is all for you all. I mean, you all are what make this channel what it is, and I would never change it. I know I get mad at so many people for leaving certain comments, and I call them out, and I call them assholes, and I'm this... But in the end of the day, I do love you all. You all are wonderful. I have the best base of fans ever. You all just... It's amazing that I run home from my job and I want to jump online and talk to so many of you. And I'll message you out of the clear blue when I've not heard from you for a while and just, you know, make sure you're okay and your life's all right. That's the part I like about it. I wish there was an easier way to do it. I know Steam helps with that tremendously, but like I said, y'all are rock stars. This is why I do the retro live stream block party. I just want you all to know that it's because you all matter to me, and I want to reward you with this. So what I'll probably do is at the end of this, I'm going to add a short little section to show you what you need to do to donate, and it'll be like a minute. But anyway, guys, I hope you're looking forward to this. I hope I hear from tons of you. I hope we make this the longest, best, awesomest, words that don't existest thing in the whole wide world. I mean, I'm wanting the second one to be massive compared. Just like the Game Blitz, you all rocked it. You all rocked it so much. I want to see the block party be the same way. You know, I'll even do it. The December Retro Livestream Block Party. All right. Let me show you how to donate. As always, thank you so much. I will see you next time. Good night, gamers. Actually, it's not good night because I'm going to show you. But I guess I do need to say good night now. But here's what you need to do on the YouTube page. Alright, Gamer Nation, so let's talk about how you need to do this. Like I said, I'm going to run through this. I've already went through the video. Just go to my Let's Play page. You all know my YouTube channel, YouTube/user/iOS81. You click here on Donate to the Gamer Nation. That's the link. If you've not added me on anything else, here's the two major links. It's got Google Plus on there. Nobody uses Google Plus. Twitter, Facebook, that's on there. My Steam information's down here somewhere. There's a Steam group. You can join that so you can chat with me. That obviously will lead you there. I'm approaching 1 million views. I should hit that tomorrow, and I will probably blow a load in my pants. I didn't know I was that close. That is, yeah, wow. Hopefully this video will put me over that, but we'll see. But anyway, you will go then to the PayPal page, and it will look something like this. Obviously, if you're logged in, it'll show you. I'm not going to log in because I don't want you to see that, but this is the email it will show at the top, so you should have confirmation because it's going to say SKS. It's got the 81 on there because that was the available number. And you do your donation, so you know it's going to look something like that. It won't even let me put that. And you can hit make recurring, which none of you are going to do that, but still, you know, if you're feeling awesome, you know, you do something like that. Somebody out there is a rich millionaire. You're going to take care of me. I won't have to teach for the next 2 years. I can just do videos. But anyway, you do that. You logged in, and it will allow you to go through the process. And like I said, once it says confirmed, just shoot me an email. Let me know. Remember, the email was back there. And again, that's on my website. I'm slowly hitting closer to 5,000 too. That was my goal by the end of the year. I would like to make that happen, but 470 people is asking a lot in a month. Maybe if you got friends and stuff, you could push that, but we'll see. But anyway, gamers, I'll let you go here. Let me know if you got questions. Like I said before, I will see you later. Good night.